So basically, everybody that I know is really into traveling. They save up their money all year to go to exotic places, and whenever they get back, they tell you that their life has been altered for the better, and they just see things differently, and it was so amazing, blah, 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 blah. That's never appealed to me. I don't know why, and I never knew why until just recently when I realized that the reason I'm not ecstatic about trotting around the globe and kayaking in Peru is because there is no place I can ever go that will be as amazing as when I was a 4-year-old boy and I went to Toys R Us. Nothing will ever compare to that, and nothing will ever be more amazing. When you're a 4-year-old boy or girl, your entire world revolves around toys. There's nothing more important. There's nothing that even exists other than toys. Playing with toys and getting more toys. You're not in school yet. You don't really have anything to do. Maybe you're going to preschool, but preschool is just kind of like day camp to usher kids off to go play with toys while your parents get drunk or something. I don't know what they do while you're at preschool, but the point is toys. That's it. You're 4 years old, toys. So going to Toys R Us, especially when I was a kid, was like Mecca. It was a religious experience. Nowadays you can get toys at Walmart and Target, or even some grocery stores have toys. But back then, Toys R Us was where the toys were, period. And they had every single toy ever. And you were pretty much guaranteed to get a toy when you went to Toys R Us every single time, because why the hell else was your mom bringing you there? Just to fuck with your 4-year-old head? Like, hey, check out all these toys. All right, now we're going to go. No, you're going to get something. So when you went there, it was just an endless, hopeful experience of toys that you could have, toys that you'll never have, toys that you could imagine having. And all of the highs and the lows of being alive occurred at Toys R Us. The high being Power Wheels. If you don't know what Power Wheels are, they're basically like cars that you kids get in and they can drive around. They're battery powered. You just charge them up. And when you're a 4-year-old kid, you can drive like Bigfoot, the fucking monster truck, and it's amazing. And there's a really small window in which you can ride Power Wheels, only like 4 to 7-year-olds maybe, because if you're too little to drive it, then obviously you can't. And then once you get too big and you're like riding it like this, then you're fucked. So in that small window, I just wanted nothing more than a Power Wheel, and my parents wouldn't get me one. I don't know how much they were, but clearly they were too expensive. They might as well have been $1 zillion. They might as well have been guarded by a shark with a rattlesnake dick, because I was never going to get a Power Wheels. So going there and looking up at the Power Wheels that I would never get to be able to ride was just kind of vicariously exciting and amazing in and of itself. It was like anything that you look forward to now was encapsulated in that very moment. And there were also the lows, the greatest lows of life. One of the most horrible experiences I ever had was at Toys R Us when I lost my mom. She was gone, and I was hysterical crying and probably gonna die. Eventually somebody that worked there, found me and called her over the intercom or whatever, and obviously I made it out okay in the end, but that was terrible, and that happened at Toys R Us. And everybody talks about the balance of life that you need, the yin and yang and all that. They have that. They had that there too. It was called the girls section. So for all the millions of sweet action figures, G.I. Joes, and crazy Ninja Turtle playsets, there was also like 7 Barbie aisles. And all the girl aisles were just a volcano eruption of pink shit. And as a little boy, just looking at all of that pink made you feel like your eyeballs would turn into vaginas. And nothing against vaginas, but they don't really make great eyeballs. So that was bad. But getting back to the point where when anybody talks about, the mountains, they want to go see a mountain or like go to some waterfall in Thailand or something, whatever. I don't know. Like the mountain of Nintendo games when I was 4 years old was immeasurably more fascinating to me than, I don't know, Mount Sinai or wherever the fuck you just went. So, I'm not like knocking traveling or anything like that, but I feel like everything that I possibly could have done or learned, I'm not regretful of it. I'm not like sad about it. It was great. Um, Nothing will ever be more amazing than when I was 4 years old and I went to Toys R Us.